Are you excited to get a starting look at Acuna and Gilbert today? I know
Yeah,
you've seen them a little bit the last couple days, but in the
I am.
lineup.
I am. When we're making out the lineup the other day, having Acuna on second base and then Gilbert in center. Looking forward to watching him play, especially Acuna up the middle with Lindor today. But yeah, I mean, we've seen a little bit of them so far, and they're getting a start today.
Acuna's mainly played shortstop. What have you thought of him at second so far?
What do I think about? Looks good, around the base, the footwork, the way he turns double play. Obviously, the range is going to play up at second base, but he's pretty comfortable there, even though he's more like a natural shortstop. But he's looked really good at second base, and I'm excited to watch him play today, right next to Lindor.
What is the biggest adjustment when it comes to switching over to the right side?
It's just more like the angle, different angle of the bat, and the way he's going to approach certain balls, especially that slow roller that is going to take him away from the base. And then, the double plays in general, getting familiar with the shortstop, the footwork, and all that. But, this is a guy that's got, plenty of range and good arm and footwork and feel for the game. So it should be an easy transition whenever he's moving from short to second.
You mentioned in your press conference initially that you wanted spring training to get familiar with all the players in the organization. When you map out the spring training and making out lineups, how important? How do you, walk that line about a mix of seeing the younger kids and then just seeing what the veterans can do for you and different positional players?
Yeah, I mean, it's don't get me wrong, it takes a lot of work, putting together the puzzles and making sure that when you're planning out the, next 4 games or so, making sure that guys are getting their reps where they need to be getting it. Guys that are competing obviously for spots that they're getting their reps and their playing time and they're getting their at bats, and then also giving some of the younger players an opportunity to play with some of the other guys too. In this case, talking about Acuna playing right next to Lindor, it's important. It's important for them to kind of create that connection not only off the field but on the field, and that's what we're doing now.
Is 4 games about as far into the future as you can plan the spring training lineup?
Well, yeah, I mean, we kind of give you an idea, but there's so many moving parts, and you never know what happens overnight. But at least, especially giving guys a heads up for guys that play multiple positions, where they're going to be playing, in the upcoming game, so that way they can get their work on the backfields prior to the start in different positions.
How much do you want to see Gilbert in different outfield spots in spring?
For now, probably going to keep him in center, but this is a guy that can play in the corners too. But as we speak, we'll probably concentrate in center field with him.
Where do you think he projects best over the longer term?
I mean, he can play anywhere.
Yeah.
He's got speed, he's got the arm, and he's a gamer. This is a guy that's going to go get the baseball and he's going to run to a wall. So, but special player, special talent, and like I said, he's capable of playing all 3 positions in the outfield.
You have a number of non-roster invitees here that have major league experience. How do you balance getting them enough at bats so you can make a decision whether they're going to make the big club or not?
Yeah, it's important. It's important for them. They're on as a non-roster and competing for spots, that they get a fair look. And that's why, like, putting together that puzzle and making sure that those guys are getting their at bats and they're playing on the field is important. As much as like established players and the younger guys, like I said, but guys that are competing, they need to get their at bats and playing regular games, not so much on backfields, but we got to give them a good look.
We haven't seen McNeil yet out of these 3 games. When do you expect him to?
Yeah, this is another guy that you probably see him the first week, I think, of March. I got him, already mapped out with him. It's part of his progression, his build-up, volume, and all that. After going through what he went through in the offseason, with some of the things that he was dealing, but he's healthy. He's going through full workout. He's getting plenty of at bats on live BP, running the bases. I think it's just more like building the volume up, and he'll be up there pretty soon.
What's your early impression of PJ Stewart? I've noticed he's leading off there.
The way he impacts the baseball, he controls the strike zone. Had a really good second half last year, and he's gonna get a look here. He's on that mix too, and it's just the power. Power's real. The way he impacts the baseball, and another bat from left out of the batter's box.